Coming up today, we're heading to Top Rock Dance Studio.
There is a whole untapped area of collaborating dancers with the amazing music scene in Newcastle.
I'll tell you about some gigs coming up over the weekend, and Dan will give you the lowdown on the blues, barbecue and beer fest at the Holmesville Hotel. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai Land, this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff. Here are some sick gigs happening around Newey this weekend. Terra Rouge are playing with Butterknife and Devil's Dogma at the Stag and Hunter Hotel this Friday night. On Saturday at the Encent, Matchbox 20 are bringing their Slow Dream Tour. And Rampage at the Station is happening this Saturday night from 8, featuring 12 Gauge Rampage, Kimura, Russian Novel and Tellurian. To find out what else is happening, be sure to check out our gig guide at newcastlelive.com.au. Top Rock Dance Studio has just relocated to Beresford Street in Newcastle West. Here's our chat with co-owners Braeden and Georgia. How did Top Rock start?
So Top Rock started about a year and a half ago, when Georgia and I were running open classes in Newcastle, and we wanted to create a new space for adult dancers or dancers that used to dance when they were younger but wanted to get back into it in any capacity. And yeah, just to create a dance community in Newcastle for adults and open classes.
So why was it important for you to open up a space for adults to dance rather than, from the teeny weenies to adults?
Yeah, I think it was important for us to create a space that we would have wanted as well, especially in Newcastle, and just to really connect with people. Like, we have so many friends that have really wanted a space like this, and we have the passion and the drive for it, so it just made sense that everything would come together like that. Yeah,
and after travelling around a lot, working overseas and a lot in Sydney, there's so many open classes for dancers to keep training, whether that's just recreational or professionally. And there's a whole community that comes along with that. And when we moved up to Newcastle, it wasn't here yet at this capacity. So it was really important for us to create that community and some kind of open class scene here, both for our sanity and I think there's a lot of talented dancers in Newcastle, and it's sad to see some of them stop after they graduate from their dance schools. 2 of our staff members are overseas at the moment. They'll be coming back soon, fingers crossed. But they've both just taken contracts overseas, one in India and one in Miami, traveling Europe as well. So we're still in that working scene, and it's nice to be able to show the Newcastle dance scene that is an opportunity and there are paths to get there.
Yeah, and that they don't need to stop.
Yeah.
While they can still work and pursue a different career and still dance and keep that part of themselves lit up.
Yeah, and without going to Sydney or, the bigger cities, just having something as like a home base here in Newcastle. Yeah.
So before I ask about what classes you guys put on, why Newcastle? Wait, you were from Newey originally?
From Newey, yeah. I think, especially being together for 6 years, living in Sydney, we travelled around quite a bit. But when you come home and you start to see everyone getting engaged, having kids and things like that, you start to make a bit of a game plan. And I always, love Newcastle, and I love how much it's expanding. It also seemed like a really nice time
to jump
into this with how much Newcastle's evolving. But sort of like a family focus as well.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you guys here. So tell me about some of the classes and services that you guys have.
Our classes are very broad. We have everything from classical ballet to contemporary technique, lyrical classes, hip-hop foundations, breaking. We even do a street salsa class now, which is a hit.
Yeah, we've got commercial jazz and heels classes. Heels classes are so popular at the moment. I think it's really nice to tap into that like feminine energy, and it builds so much confidence, which I think when we go out into the adult world, it's like having that safe space to really explore your confidence is super duper valuable.
Yeah.
I saw that you guys do a K-pop class.
Yes.
Oh yes, and K-pop.
What's that about?
K-pop came onto the scene for us when we first opened our first space in King Street, because we've only just moved here at the end of last year. And we had a client come in called Jazz, who is amazing, and we quickly got her on as a staff member and as a teacher, and she was really into K-pop, and she asked if she could teach a K-pop class, and we'd never offered K-pop, didn't know that much about it. And then it was just a hit straight off the bat, and there's a huge K-pop community here in Newcastle that I don't think many people know about, but I have a newfound appreciation for K-pop, and it's just a fun time.
And for those who don't know Korean pop, and it's nice that it's different to other genres where K-pop is actually built around appreciating the choreography and
the original choreography.
So it's more of like a respect or homage to the choreographer as you like learn it and share it. Rather than, whereas in other genres you wouldn't normally teach someone else's choreography or share that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Now, last question. I want to know about the videos that you guys make. Why do you think it's so important to, create these videos and share them after a class?
The videos. So many videos. We record, I'd say, about 70% of our classes. And we started doing this for marketing purposes, but also to give the clients a chance to look back at their progress, to be proud of their progress, whether they've just started or just to build confidence. Standing in front of a camera is a huge deal if you've never done it before.
It's such a good topic to discuss, because I think in the dance world it can be something that either lots of people are really not about. They're like, you should be really present, you shouldn't worry about anything else but your own training. But I think it depends on the energy and the space that you are bringing filming into. I think a lot of people, the debate is that, like, should you come to class just to get a good video to post it, or should you come to class for your own personal training? I think all of those can exist in the one thing. We try and achieve that by not spending much time on the video anyway. So we always offer, for anyone who is worried about being on camera, that if you don't want to film, you don't have to, because we only spend a couple of minutes at the end doing that anyway.
We always ask. This year we started Top Rock Entertainment, which is with our core kind of dancers, doing events, doing flash mobs, weddings, and we're trying to branch out into collaborating with local artists and Sydney artists as well through workshops and stuff. So
beautiful. So local musos?
Yeah, local musos. Anyone that wants to play around creatively with movement and with their music. Things like concept videos. Maybe it's just promo for their music. Maybe they want to share their music, and we'll teach a class to it, and see how the dance community responds to their tracks.
Or maybe it's like a single release and they want to have movement when all their loved ones are coming to watch them. We're also keen on podium. Like, we know King Street was just done up. Lots of new venues have that extra space and that extra capacity for like more collaboration, which would be cool.
And I think that there is a whole untapped area of collaborating dancers with the amazing music scene in Newcastle. Because so many talented musos, so many talented dancers, and we just got to put them together and make magic.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, so great to have you in the neighbourhood.
Thank you so much. Best neighbours ever.
This is where it
sounds good.
Good stuff.
The Holmesville Hotel will come alive this weekend with the Blues, Barbecue and Beer Fest. The whole thing promises to be an epic day of blues music, finger-licking barbecue and icy, icy cold beer. Entry is free, but you can pre-purchase food and drinks to save a few bucks. To find out more, head to the gig guide on newcastlelive.com.au.
Good stuff. That's all we've got for you today. Thank you so much to the team at Top Rock Dance Studios, and we'll catch you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.